Hello, everybody. I really hope you can see me. Today I'm going to be making a small video about prescriptions. So since your prescription test is coming up, I hope this really helps you. When I started doing my prescription, I was completely clueless, but I went for consultations and stuff, and I figured out some stuff, and I think it'll really help you. And I wish I knew this stuff. Yeah, I hope this video gives you a basic idea, and I'm sure the teachers are gonna uh, teach you about the prescriptions. But yeah, how to write it and how different teachers need different ways of prescribing. So I'm going to teach you different ways, and maybe your teacher requires different ways. So you can ask your teacher what exactly they need, but I'm going to show all the ways. And I'm going to maybe go through some examples, say how SUCOL works. This is the State Institute of Drug Control. As soon as you type SUCOL in Google, you open this page will show up. And I think since last year, this website has been updated. So yeah, but don't worry about the prescription test. Really, it's going to be really easy, and everyone passes. And if not, you definitely will pass again. You have 3 attempts, I think. So yeah, let's get started. So basically, before we start, I'm gonna link everything down in the description, by the way, hopefully. And yeah, so let's start. Okay, so we have this few terms we have to know before we start. So this is what our teacher told us to learn before we started. This is some medical terms you have to learn, like for example, ados proper is for one's own use, when this admen med, which is much easier to just write pro medical. So most of the teachers are just expecting you to write this, like Professors Andulka or Yanuritsa. If you just write these are more than enough in the DS. But let me first show you. So this is what the prescription will look like. This is how you will get a paper. Obviously, this stuff won't be written, but the question will be written like, okay, ready-made preparation for BPH, benign prostatic hyperplasia, in tablets in 3 packages. So they give you the number, they give you what form they want it in, and what the drug is. This is much easier in the first test. In the next test, I think you don't get the package number, and you have to figure out. It's much more difficult. So this one's pretty easy. Let's see. Now, always fill up your all these number areas you're seeing. Always fill up, because one of the teachers keeps saying that, oh, if you don't put your insurance number, you won't get paid. But yeah, bullshit. Just put up some random name as I have here, and some random address, some random insurance number, everything just random here. This really doesn't matter, but just fill it up. Yeah. Then there will be something called RP. If this is not given, just write RP dot. Okay, this is how you start, and you put a tick on it. Now, this I'm going to show you how it's written, but then we go to exp dot originale dot numero dot whatever this is. So in this case, they want 3 packages. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to write tres. Again, this is linked over here. All the numbers you have to know, unas, dos, tres, cuatro, whatever you need is all over here. So you have to put one of these here. Now, after that, the D dot S, datum signatura. I did not put my signature and date here, but I hope I did it here. Yeah, so you have to put the date, the stamp, and the signature in the end. But before that, you have to write description of what the patient has to take. So let's say, for example, in this case, normally most of the teachers would just want you to estimate something, like if it's BPH. Okay, I just wrote randomly, this was not written anywhere, I just wrote randomly, okay, 1 tablet per day with food, something logical, like if it's something about some I don't know, analgesic, or like paracetamol, for example, okay, twice a day after food, estimated. But some teachers prefer you to actually look in the SPC and then write what's written over here. We're going to go through that as well as we go through the examples, right? So, anything else before we start the examples? Okay, so this is something one of the teachers really likes to do. So just know this, like 20 drops is 1 gram. I'll tell you, all this will make sense later when I show you the SUCO website. But yeah, 20 drops is 1 gram. 1 teaspoon is 5 gram, and 1 tablespoon is 15 grams, right? Some other things which are important before we start is, okay, so these are pretty basic stuff, but I still wrote it down because, yeah. So antitussive, it means that you have to prevent cough. If you see this written antitussive, then don't be scared. Just know that it's for preventing cough. Okay, if it's parenteral, it's anything except oral, rectal, nasogastric. We know this. Antipyretic. If the question over here if the question has antipyretic written instead of, like, I think it was here, like if the question has antipyretic written, always remember that it's in the nervous system. When we see the ATC classification, I'll show you where it is, but yeah, just know that it's in the nervous system. Always remember, leptic is sedative, analeptic is stimulant. Again, all this will make sense in a second. Maybe you're not understanding right now, but it'll all make sense. Antipyretic will be nervous system, leptic is a sedative, analeptic is a stimulant. Whenever they're asking you to for antidotes, always go to the various. Again, I will show you right now. So let's start. Let me show you. So I need to prescribe someone with benign prostatic hyperplasia in tablets and 3 packages. Okay. Now I write RP. Now I have to find the drug. Okay. Now we go to Sucol. You open the website. This is what comes up, right? Now, you have to go here. First of all, you can change to English. If you're good and check. Okay. Medicinal products and database. Okay. So actually, one of my friends got this in his final exam. He got asked, where do we search up drugs, for example. He said database. He didn't know that it's called Sucol because at that time he used to use the book, and yeah, he didn't know that it's called Sucol. So he didn't pass the exam, but yeah. So if they ask you what database it is, it's Sucol for drug control in Czech Republic. All right. Then you open up and you get this page. You click on this medicinal products, and this page comes up, right? Then you see this one, ATC classification, anatomical, theoretical, whatever. So you click on this. Now you get to this page, and let's make it into English. Now you'll be in this page right here. These are all the classifications, you know. So the things I was talking about from the example. So in this case, let's say it's benign prostatic hyperplasia. Okay, so where can prostate be over here? You have to think of it logically. Which system or which anatomically, therapeutically? So I would say yes, it's in genitourinary system and sex hormones because, you know, genital and urinary system, BPH should be somewhere there. And if we sex hormone modulators, uretals, you just have to, you know, click around, find your way around it because it's I know it's really annoying, but you'll get used to it, you know. So urologicals, that makes more sense. Urologicals, yeah. See, and there it is. Drugs used in benign prostatic hypertrophy. So hypertrophy is basically the same. So yeah, I was confused between hyperplasia and hypertrophy. It's the same, doesn't matter. So yeah, urological. So logically thinking, you know, everything over here. You know, if you somehow don't find anything, I'll tell you some more tips. But basically, go through everything. The most logical one over here for me was like genitourinary. Okay, so it should be here, maybe neurologicals. Click around, find it. Okay, you will find drugs used in benign prostatic hyperplasia. You click on it. Now, how do you write it over there? Now, let's say you choose a drug, whatever you want. Like let me choose this one, for example. Yeah, let me choose this one, for example. You choose this, and then you scroll down and you click the first one or whichever one you want, right? And now this is where you have to start writing your stuff now, okay? So let's say I want to prescribe this drug. So first line, I'm gonna put the RP, I put the tick, and now first line, I'm gonna start with the drug name. See, it's the same one, okay? So the first one is Adafin. This is my first line, Adafin. Whatever is the first line is the first line, okay? Adafin. In the second line, I copy paste whatever is written over here. 5 milligram TBL FLM 100. Again, same to same. I'm gonna write here 5 milligram TBL, FLM 30. You're literally copy pasting whatever is written here, you're writing here. All right. This is the first. This is what your RP should look like. Okay. Now, your EXP originale, you already did it. You know, it's 3 packages. So numero 3. And then in the brackets, you should write tres. This shouldn't be in brackets, but this should. Okay. Tres. Then for the data signatara, don't forget that you have to put the date, the stamp, the signature, whatever you want over here, you know, the signature date, whatever. And then you have to write something which is logical. So the first you have to write something logical. In the end, you have to write the date, signature, stamp, whatever. So let's say in this case, I wrote 1 tablet per day with food. Again, now it depends on what your teacher wants. If it's something logical, just write something logical. If your teacher wants, just ask him beforehand. So my professor wanted something logical, or I could have written, since it's for the patient or adult, I can write pro adult, for example. Now, let's say your teacher is not okay with this and your teacher wants you to go through the SPC. Now, where is the SPC? Let's go. So you have to go behind. There is SPC. You see, summary of product characteristics. You got to click on that. It'll download, right? And yep, here it is. So once it's downloaded, You open it, you go to 4.2. Always remember 4.2, somewhere here. So it's written 5 milligram tablets per day with food or without food. But I understand that you might not know Czech, or if you're Erasmus, this can be tough as well because you don't know the Czech. But she did tell me that if you don't know, she will come and translate it for you. So, but for those of you who do know, it kind of makes sense here. 5 milligram tablets per day. So yidlem means with food. So 5 milligrams, and let me check my, it's kind of like a little bit of calculation. So you see, okay, 5 milligram tablet, this is one tablet, 5 milligrams. So perfect. So one tablet per day with food, or see, that's why I wrote with food. That's perfect. And that's basically prescription. Don't forget the date, the stamp, and your signature. Yeah. Never forget that. Now, that's one example, right? Let's go over another example, a couple more. Let's say we want benzodiazepine in tablets for anxiety, right? And we want 4 packages of that, right? Again, we will go back to search and go back to our ATC classification. Okay. Now, we want benzodiazepine in tablets for anxiety. What does the patient have? He has anxiety. Now what I told you will kind of make sense. So if the person has anxiety, where should I go? Where should I go? Okay, so definitely not cardiovascular, not anti-infective, not this. So anxiety, I should give him benzodiazepine. Maybe you don't know what benzodiazepine is yet, so that's okay. Just try to find something with nervous system, which is logical. If it's anxiety, I'm gonna affect is nervous system. Now, this is where the thing I told you comes into play. See, psycholeptics and analeptics. Always remember, I wrote it down here. Leptic means sedative. Leptic is sedative. Analeptic is stimulant. Leptic is sedative. Analeptic is stimulant. So we have leptics and analeptics. Obviously, if he has anxiety, I don't want to stimulate him, right? I want to calm him down. So I want to give him some leptics. So I click on leptics, and then there you have it, anxiolytics. See here, it's anxiolytics, right? And now benzodiazepine, right? If you just keep clicking on the pluses, it's benzodiazepines, right? Because we want benzodiazepine. All right, perfect. So we click on benzodiazepine again. We go to the now for prescription again, same thing. We click on the first one. Let's say we go down, we click on this again, and now whatever is written here will be our first line. We put RP, we put a tick on, we fill in everything over here. We fill in everything over here, whatever we need, and then we write RP, we put a tick, and then we write down exactly what's written on the first line. Alpazolium kirka, and okay, this might be some different one, but there might be many answers which are right. It's not only one answer right for one thing. So if your colleagues get something else, don't be worried, providing that it's the right one. So yeah, anyway, so you put that as the first line, and then you copy the second line, whatever you have written here, as the second line, right? Then you write EXP originale, don't forget the dots, numero, there should be a dot here, don't forget that. And then let's say this is 4. So this is a number 4, and you put quator in brackets, quator, right? Again, for this one, 011, you can either write it like this, since it's tablets. You can just write it, since it's tablets, you can either write it like this, 011, which means like before in lunch and dinner, this makes sense. Or you can write it like 2 tablets a day, or whatever kind of makes sense. Again, don't forget, if you need to go to the SPC and check, and you can write whatever is written in SPC, or you can yeah, that's pretty much it. And then you don't forget to write the date, the stamp. You have to literally write STAMP and put like a rectangle on top and write your signature. That's a very bad signature, but yeah, basically. Okay, I hope you get the idea. Let's do one more. Or a couple more. Okay, let's say it's antipyretic agent for a baby in liquid form. 1 package. Okay, so antipyretic. Now I wrote it down here as well. Antipyretic. Whenever it's antipyretic, it's in the nervous system. Okay, it's antipyretic means it's something for the fever. So okay, it's gonna be in nervous system, because when we're attacking the fever, we have to attack the nervous system, the hypothalamus, but that's not important. Okay, now we go to the ATC classification. Where do we go? Antipyretic, nervous system. Okay, where do we find? Now we just have to look around. Okay, is it in other? Is it in Psycholeptics, where can it be? Okay, now I know again, leptics is for relaxation. This is for stimulation, analeptics, right? Now we need to look for antipyretics. So okay, let's look around. Where can it be? Is it analgesics? Okay, it is. So if you can see, just look around, click around. Analgesics, it will be in other analgesics and antipyretics. That's perfect. Now, let's say for some reason now, this is another tip. Let's say for some reason I can't find it, or you didn't see it, or you're like, shit, I can't find it. Oh, it's not here, and you overlooked it and you can't find it anywhere. This is another really cool hack. You can just go to the search, right? And you can click on more search. And let's say, or sorry, you can just write over here. Okay, let's remove this. Let's say I know some antipyretic. Like I know, for example, paracetamol is an antipyretic, right? So I'm going to write paracetamol. I'm going to write here, right? And boom, I get these answers, all these answers, right? Because, okay, I might not know where it is in the nervous system or whatever, but if you just look here, now you know that the drug is paracetamol, right? It's an antipyretic. It's given whenever you have fever, paracetamol is given. So you write paracetamol, go down, you check the code. Where exactly is it? NO2BE 51. Okay, so I know it's NO2BE, NO2BE. So I keep saying NO2BE. Okay, so now I go NO2, NO2B, right? Now I know NO2B, so it's somewhere here. So I've already come here. Then you can just click on this. Now let's see what the question wanted. Anything else? It wanted antipyretic agent for a baby in a liquid form. Okay. Another thing you can do is filter out options. So I know it's in liquid form, so should be taken orally. It's an antipyretic. I don't want paracetamol. I want anything that's available. Okay. So these are the options you get, right? And we don't want tablets. We want it in liquid form. So again, you just have to click around, to find the option, but it should be cup key or something like this. So just to get an idea. Tablet. It's all tablets, but let me find it for you. Right. Pharmaceutical form. Okay. So let's say you see this cup key, it should be cup key, but I think this one's a better option because it's for kids. So Panadol Pro Deti Yahoda. It's also strawberry flavor, so that's perfect. Now, yeah, so again, you click on it, you click on it again, the first one you see, and then you copy this. That's the first line. Again, I think I wrote it. Yeah, over here. So whatever you see, RP, tick, and then you write the first line as it is. You write the first line as it is. Second line, you write it from here, whatever is here. Second line is this, and you're done with RP. EXP originale, don't forget the dots. Make sure the spelling is correct. You put one, whatever is given. Is it one package? Yeah, it's one package. So you give them numero one, and then you put this in brackets, unum. That's perfect. Then we have D.S, 1 tablespoon thrice a day, either logically something that makes sense, or you can write it from the SPC as it is given. Don't forget 15 milliliters is 1 tablespoon, 5 milliliters is one, what's it called? Teaspoon. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully this gives you, okay, another thing is antidotes is various. It's present in various. So let's say they say that, I don't know, I doubt they're gonna give it, but let's say they do somehow give you like, and you need an antidote for a patient who's gotten snake bitten or something. I don't know. I hope you don't get this question, but yeah, it's in various. Whenever you go to various, then you can find all kinds of antidotes here, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope this kind of makes sense. And this is really not a tough test, but I just wanted you to have an idea of how it looks like. I'm going to be putting some examples down. All these examples, this whole PDF, everything, I'm going to tell them to put it in the description. I'm also going to be putting some questions that you can maybe practice. I have them approved by the teacher. So I have it written, and any mistake I made, she did correct it. Kindly, she corrected it for me. So I have from two different teachers. I think I had from Professor Zandulka and Professor Yana Pistachkova. I had these two correct my papers. So I'm gonna make a file hopefully with them, and I'm gonna link them in the description. And I hope this really helped you. Yeah. Thank you. Bye. And oh, one more thing. If you have any questions, try to comment down and I'll try to reply as much as I can or as soon as I can. So bye.